Hi, I am Veronica, and today we're going to be talking about Get Your Ex Back Part 11. And this is all has to do with the 25-day challenge. I also have a book out that gives you some ideas on what you can do during the 25-day challenge, or you can just watch the videos. This is Part 11, so that means I have 10 other videos so far for this challenge. And what we're going to be talking about today is how to take action when you're attracting back an ex, because I think this is a source of some confusion for a lot of you. Taking action does not mean contacting your ex. It does not mean planning how to contact them. It does not mean planning how to get their attention so they contact you. It doesn't mean any of those things. So you might be wondering, what does taking action mean, when you're attracting back an ex? Basically, what you're going to be taking action towards is mimicking that life that you would have if they were no longer your ex, if you were actually in a relationship with them. So basically, what you're going to want to do is take a logical approach of all the things that you're doing right now in your life. You might think that, attracting back your ex has to do with just thinking about them and saying affirmations that this is how you attract them back. But you do have to take action. And the way you do this is by looking at the other parts of your life. And you may think that you don't want to look at the other parts of your life. You just want to, look at the part having to do with the relationship. But these other parts do have to do with your relationship, because everything is connected. So what you're going to do is look at your physical and mental habits right now and honestly ask yourself if they line up with how you would be if you were in that relationship right now. Most likely there are a lot of things that don't line up. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you're not with your ex. If you were with them, all these things would already be fixed because you'd already have them back. So let me give you some examples. For example, usually when someone goes through a bad breakup, they tend to stop caring about themselves. For example, a lot of crying, a lot of looking really disheveled because you're so sad, a lot of staying in bed all the time. Maybe you're not taking as many showers as you used to. You're not grooming yourself well. If you're a girl, you're not wearing makeup. You're not wearing the nice clothes because you figure, well, what's the point? I'm not with that person anymore, so who do I have to look nice for? So basically, if you're doing any of these things, this is a great area to change right now. Because if you were in that relationship, you wouldn't be sleeping all the time, because you'd be excited to see this person. You'd be dressing nice because you would want to look nice for them. You wouldn't be crying, so you would not, have like a puffy face from all those tears. You would be taking care of yourself. So this is a great area to look at. This is a great, this is something you may be doing. You may not be doing these things, but if you are doing these things, you want to stop these things right now, because you want to mimic what it would be like to have this relationship. Another obvious step to take is basically just being happy. If you were with your ex now, you'd be really happy. And what I mean is happy in other areas of your life. Like, you wouldn't get annoyed so easily. Like if you were stuck in traffic, you'd be like, well, I don't care because, I'm with that person. So what does it matter? You wouldn't get annoyed by other people. You wouldn't find faults in things. So that's another area, that you can easily fix and take action with. Start having fun with everything. Start joking around. Start making everything into something to laugh about. Because if you're in love, when you're in love, everything is funny. Everything is happy, everything is good. We generally don't find problems. Usually when we're in love, things that would normally bug us just don't. Like maybe you have a coworker or something that really gets on your nerves. When you're in love, when you're happy, that person no longer bothers you because it just doesn't matter. Another area where you could take action is when you try to think about the ideal version of yourself. Usually you have other hopes and dreams and goals that maybe you've been procrastinating about because you're sort of waiting until you're in this relationship with this person, and then you'll do these things. You don't want to wait. You want to start on these things right now, because if you were in this relationship, you'd be pursuing your goals. You'd be pursuing the things that make you happy. And that is exactly why you can't wait to do these things. You have to start doing them right now. So by doing these things, you may think that, you're taking your mind off of your ex and it's like a distraction, but that's not what you're doing at all. What you're doing is you're mimicking what it would be like to actually have this relationship now. You're taking action, and this is how you take action. Like I said, taking action is not contacting them. That's not taking action. You might think that you have to contact them in order for them to contact you, but no, that's not what you're going to do. The way you have them contact you is by being the best version of yourself you can be. If you're confident, if you're pursuing your dreams, if you're happy, if you're taking care of yourself, if you're having fun with life, they will contact you. Works every single time. That's the only time it works. You have to do these things. You have to be happy. You have to be active. You have to take part in your dreams and your goals. Now I realize, there's some parts of your life that you can't change yet, that require, an evolution of change. Take the steps that you can take. For example, you can look nice. You can, not wear those ratty old clothes. You can wear something nice and put together. You can do your hair nice because in preparation for seeing this person. Don't have the mindset of, who do I have to look good for? It doesn't matter. We don't want that. You are going to take action, and you're going to take action in positive ways. And really go over the mental habits, physical habits, make sure they line up. These are just examples I gave. Another good example would be keeping a clean house. Making sure your home is clean. Because if you were in that relationship, you'd want that person over to your home. If it's a mess, how are they going to come over? So you really have to look at these things. Or fix up your car. Take care of yourself. Also, really watch what you're saying to yourself in your head. Make sure you're not calling yourself stupid or dumb. Or you might even do this without even realizing it. Like, you might make a mistake on something. It might be like a small, tiny little mistake. You might say, oh, that was stupid. Or why am I so stupid? Or maybe if you've misplaced like your car keys or something, you'll call yourself stupid. Try to not do this. I don't want you to say anything bad about yourself. That's also a bad habit you need to break. You need to feel good about yourself. You need to love yourself first in order for this other person to love you. It's the only way it works. And it works every single time because the universe will always give you what you are, not what you want. So you can say as many affirmations as you want, saying you want something, but you have to take these other steps too. Because it all comes together and works that way. And that's the only way it works. So this was Get Your Ex Back, Part 11. I'm actually new to Twitter, if you haven't found that out yet. I'm at Veronica Isles. And I'm actually answering questions right now. I picked Twitter because, tweets aren't very long. So feel free to submit your short questions, and I'll try to answer as many of them as I possibly can. I also have 4 ebooks on Amazon. They are all over the world. I always list the US links below. But if you are in a different country, check it out on your Amazon. Do a search for Veronica Isles. If you live in a country where you can't get an Amazon book, contact me and I'd be happy to sell you a copy directly. Feel free to visit my forum where you can also get free advice from other people. veronicaloa.boardhost.com. You can email me at veronicaisles@gmail.com. And I also offer one-on-one coaching, veronicaisles.com. Have a wonderful day and take this advice. If you want your ex back, take the steps to take on that life as the person who has that reconciliation. And it'll happen, but you got to stick with it because it doesn't happen instantly. And you got to just keep doing these things until it actually happens. But you got to do it right. And that's how it works.